What's up, YouTube? This is ODC, that's me, back again with my third review for the day, and it is a WWE figure review. And I decided to do Sergeant Slaughter just because, you know, it's Sergeant Slaughter. We all grew up with Sergeant Slaughter. Come on. He was on G.I. Joe. I mean, his character is, you know, from WWE or WWF or whatever you want to, well, technically WWE now, but it was WWF when he was wrestling. In his prime, I mean. But anyways, he comes looking like this. This is Sergeant Slaughter. Maggot, or, you know, he always calls somebody a maggot. Eddie's maggot. That was a horrible impression of Sergeant Slaughter, I know. But anyways, this is what he comes. I'll just get over his accessories first, and we'll go through articulation. He comes with this figure-based stand. Right, it's got WWE on there. Sergeant Slaughter, it's just a piece of cardboard, really. Just says Sergeant Slaughter on it. But it's a nice little touch. And a Mattel base. Nothing on the bottom. Just says... yeah, WWE 2010. So this was from Wave 1 or Series 1 of the Legends line for WWE. I picked him up, oh god, I think I picked him up 2010 when it came out. I just really like Sergeant Slaughter. I like the character. I grew up with Sergeant Slaughter when I was a kid. I was, you know, I'm 29 years old, so my mom used to take me to wrestling when I was younger, and I was like, oh, Sergeant Slaughter, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, awesome. But when he transitioned to the G.I. Joe, because of his popularity in the WWF at the time, I thought that was awesome. It, you know, you get two figures. It's great. You get a WWF figure and you get a G.I. Joe figure. It was awesome at the time. But anyways, enough of that. Let's get to the rest of his accessories. So you saw the base, and his hat is removable. Take his hat off. That's basically what it looks like. Very G.I. Joe-esque. That's his hat. Take his sunglasses off. His aviators, as I should call it. They're just a base coat of gray. That's about it. Focus today. There we go. Base coat of gray on the glasses, and his whistle. And he's got two elbow pads, which I'm not going to take off because they're kind of a pain in the rear end. But that's what his whistle looks like. There we go. Whistle. Everybody saw it. Okay, yeah, he is. Here's about a, let's do a little size comparison here. All right, here's a Hyperion, which I just did review of, and here is Black Mask, which I just did a review of also. So he's a little bit taller than both. You know, he's not standing on his base or anything. It's just how he's standing. So he's a little bit taller. He's about 7 inches, I'd say. About 6.5, 7 inches, somewhere around there. But yeah, you know, he's within the same height area. But his head, okay, his head is a 360. It moves up. Oops, sorry, I'm moving his torso. Sorry. Back up here. Sorry, guys. His head moves back and moves down a little bit. His arm is on a hinge, goes up about that far. Does a full 360. Does a bicep swivel. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. His wrist is on a hinge. Wrist swivel, sorry. And hinge. Let's do torso. He's got an ab crunch. It's about that far back, that far forward. Swivel at the waist. He's kind of got a, I think these are T, yeah, these are T joints, so It does have a T-joint. His leg doesn't really move back at all. That's me trying to move his leg back. And, ooh, there's a little paint scuff coming off there when I moved his leg out like that. So, I guess for future reference, kind of be careful of that. Leg moves out about that far. Double jointed knees, big plus. A swivel at the leg. Bend at the foot. Bends up. Kind of has a little bit of a pivot. I know these guys are known for coming really loose right here, sometimes cracking and breaking. So just be careful with that, because I own a bunch of these guys and a couple of them cracked and broke off. But yeah, that is his articulation, and he's got, I'll go over some paint stuff. It's just a base white wife beater or singlet, whatever you'd like to call it. His hair, he does have the receding hairline. Sorry, this camera, holy Toledo. That's what his hair looks like. Looks pretty good. I really like the face sculpt. Really captures the younger version of Sergeant Slaughter from the 80s. Looks really cool. And for his pants, I see. Now, you're probably wondering, what the heck is CO, whatever that is? R? Is that an R? No, that's a P. This is corpse on here. So, it's just because the pegs for the knee joints are just in the way, but it says corpse, and they did their best to show that detail. But if they would have painted this, it probably would have rubbed off anyway, and you know how that goes. So the boots are just a base black, and yeah, that's about it. It's got the red stripe, corpse, blue trunks, and yeah, that is about it. Really like Sergeant Slaughter. Thought he's a cool pickup. He's really cheap, I think. I think he only goes for about 14 bucks, if that. I mean, you probably get him for 10 loose, maybe. But I should have put the whistle. I'll just leave the whistle off. But yeah, that's Sergeant Slaughter, and that's about it. But yeah, I'm gonna do my 4th review coming up next. So stay tuned. Rate, subscribe, comment. Whether it be negative or positive, that's okay. And I will see you next time, maggots. Yeah, almost fell over.